What is going on, everyone? We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
Hella Depraved.
Yes, we are. Are we not centered correctly? Did one of the cats move us?
That's quite possible. I mean, I like how you phrase that. Did one of the cats move us?
Oh, it definitely wasn't me or you.
Right.
Anyway, super excited for this. So Massive Man
has released another one.
Dropped a song with Binxy.
And Olivia Charlotte.
Binx is going to stab me.
He's really, I'm pretty sure you have not reached the stage of cutesy names with Binx yet.
Chandler, homie, I am so sorry.
Me too.
Yeah, so Binx, Massive Man. Again, my favorite independent artist combined with who I think is the best all-around independent artist.
Right. And I've heard wildly good things about Olivia too, so
Olivia
Charlotte
is also fire. I think we've heard of her before. I think she's been in a Mass song before.
Okay.
I'm super excited for this though, so we're not gonna waste too much time. Let's get it, Mass. This is Massive Man, Unhappy, Olivia Binx. Let's get it. Hey, don't blame that burger on why you have to bend over to walk through that door, sir. Blame genetics. You were like 12 foot tall.
I was just going to say, I have never had that problem. Now, the being very unhappy in terms of how my stomach and everything feels after McDonald's. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But bending
be more
over
mad
to
that it's a McDonald's burger and not something better.
Yeah, you can do better, man.
Like if it was Five Guys,
No, see, and I don't agree with that, but
You don't like Five Guys?
Not to that extent.
Oh, shit.
Nah, I think they're overrated.
Divorce.
Look, you've got some questionable taste buds, too, so, He didn't even eat the burger. I have trust issues.
Lock the door, shut the window, turn the lights low. Achieving happiness every day is a life goal. Stuck inside a mind state I can't escape from. Never understood why this is what my brain does. Love it or hate it, I was born with this depression. Compulsive with my obsessions, my mind is a lethal weapon. It's overbearing, my mind is tearing to pieces. I've been fiending for some dopamine like an addict, I need it. Yeah, I need it, I want it, but don't receive it. What is the point of life? I don't understand the meaning. Am I dreaming? I've been staring at the ceiling with my eyes wide open. At nighttime, I'm screaming. People don't notice how bad it truly is till they stand around your casket with a basket full of gifts. I'd rather be dead than alive and unhappy.
People's opinions are truly trash.
Okay, I have defended, by the way, Massive Man in so many comment sections. I love Mass to death. Nico, I love you to death, but I swear to God, I thought you were about to say standing around your casket with a basket full of ribs, and I was thinking to myself,
well,
man, ribs sounds fantastic.
Right.
Look, I'm in a constant perpetual state of being hungry, okay? I quit smoking, and that's all I can think about is food.
So, again, we understand the life of an addict, and he is just trading one for another, so... I'm just hoping that the end result is that your taste buds awaken
that's not
and decide that there are so many other flavors out there than things that are white or yellow.
Huh?
You mostly eat things that are white or yellow.
That is lies. Ketchup is red.
You heard it from him, not me. Right. But people's opinions on social media are trash because I guarantee there's not one single person who wrote their unsolicited opinion in those comments that does not have something
wrong with them.
Right.
Exactly.
That they hate about themselves, that they're sensitive about. that they're addicted to, that could be considered an addiction. Yeah.
Yeah. We shall talk more. Either after the Massverse or towards the end. I have a lot to say.
Always.
Open at nighttime, I'm screaming. People don't notice how bad it truly is till they stand around your casket with a basket full of gifts. I'd rather be dead than alive and unhappy. People think I'm joking. Sorry, I'm not laughing.
Darkness.
No. See? Samara creeping up out of the fucking floor like that? This is no longer... Where's the TV she came from?
His mind.
Oh, okay. It's fantastic, I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah. I kind of, thought there was this... Honestly, his dog was begging for his McDonald's. I mean, look. Where she started to come up from was where a dog would sit on, to start begging for scraps. So I apologize. I do enjoy the horror movie because it is kind of a horror movie thing. And honestly, what he just said, he'd rather be dead than alive and unhappy.
That's most of my life.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
People think I'm joking. Sorry, I'm not laughing.
Darkness, all consuming. No one understands. Storm clouds, always looming. Rain that never ends.
Still caught up on all the shit that I'm lacking. Long days, this long face I carry through every interaction. It happens. That's what my therapist said. What's the point of me sharing if it's the negative shit that be gaining traction? That's on me. And everybody knows misery, love company, but ain't a soul I know got lows like me. I'm just waiting for life to pull the rug out from under me.
Isn't that how it goes, though?
Which part?
Always feeling like nobody knows.
Right. But also feeling like you don't want to burden everybody else. So it's hard for them to know if you feel like you're always the downer.
Right.
Yeah.
Got lows like me. I'm just waiting for life to pull the rug out from under me. I find relief in a shot of Pat and a Heineken. Wrong about everything that I write about. If I write it, then type to know that my actions could change a bit in my life. But I struggle to put my thoughts into action until I'm high again. A Vicodin and a Percocet could help me feel like floating now. I get high when I'm low, it's a roller coaster now. Seem all to help me is a bottle full of drink. And rock bottom is each day that I'm sober. That's how I know I'm down.
Darkness, all consuming. No one understands. Storm clouds, always looming. Rain that never ends. Darkness, all consuming. No one understands. Storm clouds, always looming. Rain that never ends.
I love that song.
Me too. I feel like while the statement at the end is mostly true, I think society sets us up to believe in happy endings as a way of trying to keep society happy enough to keep us motivated to do what they need us to do. But all the stories, all the Disney versions at least, are happy ending stories.
Well, they're also not just happy ending, but unrealistic
Yeah.
happy endings. never really have to working again. You're going to go run away to a far off world and live in this castle and
Right. But I don't think all of us expect a happy ending.
No.
I don't know. Some of us expected a much worse ending than we're getting. That's for sure. I liked how Bingx said that he gets high when he gets low. That's how it is for a lot of people. That's definitely how it is for a lot of people.
So, the eating thing, is a weird one for me. In terms of Mass had said at a point that he would rather be dead than be alive and unhappy, and that is my mentality on food, which is not definitely how he means it here.
No.
Because, you know, he sees the food as what's keeping him from being able to achieve a healthier figure, which he feels would probably make him happier. I mean, it comes along with having health issues and things of that nature as well. But, like, don't know how the fuck it happened in my family, but food has always been treated as a, not to a literal extent, everybody, but like a god.
Okay.
In terms of, if you've been to a couple of the family outings, we rarely talk.
True.
When
It
people
is
are
a
eating,
strange-
we're humming.
It is a strange experience. They sit there and they eat. Nobody discusses. They don't catch up.
We eat, and it's usually a bunch of people going, this is good.
Right.
It's awkward, okay? Unless you've lived with it
For
your whole
anybody
life.
else. For anybody else. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just, if something like,
Honestly, the look on your face when my mom came to town and the three of us went out for my birthday dinner, and she kept interrupting your mouthful of food by, like, asking you questions. That was priceless. I was like, yeah, this is how a lot of the world operates. Yeah.
So I'm dreading the day that the doctors tell me, hey, you should probably stop eating these things you enjoy. Because once the food is no longer good, my happiness is out the fucking window. I equate food with happiness 100%. I'm not.
I feel like chopped liver.
No, you're always a section
100%.
of happiness.
Right. And considering I make most of the recipes,
You've done great.
yeah, we'll find something that you like.
You've done great.
Or force you to like something you didn't think you'd like.
But, like, we have a buddy who comes through all of our lives, and he talks about eating salads 3 days a week.
but,
And I'm like,
you
that
know,
ain't me. I will die.
We'll figure something else out. It's about health. It's not about size. Because, again, genetics play a super important role in body shape and structure and the whole fantasy that everyone should be a certain size and weight is, it's ridiculous, honestly. So you got to do what's making you the healthiest and happiest in the long run. And it's hard to be happy if the standards that you think you should live up to are unrealistic for you.
Right.
And I think Bingx said that he falls back on a habit that started in traction. I'm guessing it sounds like some of the, like, Vicodin and stuff happened because of an accident.
Could be.
Because traction's normally what they use when you broke certain limbs or whatever, to keep you from moving.
Maybe.
So, I mean, my experience is a little different. I have fibro. I'm in a lot of pain all the time, and opioids don't work on me. Now, that doesn't mean that I couldn't OD on them or anything like that. In fact, it could be simpler for the hospital to do that to me because I don't feel them. I don't react to them. I don't get high. There's no getting lost. And I guess it's like one of those blessing in disguise catch-22 situations, because I'm pretty sure that having been in pain since I was 13, it could have been a serious problem if they worked on me.
Right.
Instead, I just sort of, I don't know, do what Bingx was also saying, like suffer in silence, because I don't want to be the downer. I also don't want to repeat myself a whole bunch. Like, I get bored of the conversation.
Right.
I think that I think everybody has something that they can relate to this.
We always, I feel like with every song that mentions anything about some sort of depression or, you know, having mental health issues,
right,
being a big part, we tend to run into a lot of the same conversations. But I also feel like if we don't have those same conversations, somebody that needs that conversation that didn't run into it in an earlier video.
Right. Well, and I also think that while bits and pieces of each song are going to be relatable for everybody, each person is going to find more or less per song. And so there may be some that they just skip over entirely and they didn't hear the previous conversation, or they didn't take enough out of that particular song's lyrics to kind of understand what's being brought to the table, that, you know, you don't have to have the exact same experience. So yeah, we do run into the same stuff, but I think awareness of other people, awareness of mental health issues, awareness of everybody having stuff that when they're alone, by themselves, in the dark, eat them up for one reason or another. And just being kind, or, you know, if you can't be kind, be quiet. There's no reason that you need to be writing those comments in people's social media sections. None. There's nothing. You're not helping people like Mass out by telling him he's a fat ass. That's not helping him. Telling him, you know, it's a heart attack walking. Like, you're not concerned about his health. That's you know. You're
just trying to hurt people's feelings. Yeah. Which usually equates to there being something wrong with you.
Right. So
you're afraid to face yourself.
But that's the thing. Everybody has that demon slinking around the room when they're by themselves in the dark. And it could be something that I would see as silly or superficial, but it's still there for that person. And I just think that realizing that, and just, if you don't agree with someone and they're not stomping on your freedoms, move along. Move along.
And yeah, like she said, everybody has things that they're dealing with that aren't as perfect as what somebody else might have.
Right.
Prime example for me are my teeth. One of the reasons I started wearing the mask. My teeth are gradually getting worse. I officially look like I've done meth for 20 years. Don't drink Mountain Dew, people.
Right.
This is not good for a good smile. Tastes delicious, though.
I mean, there's addictions.
But yeah, so that, and I also admittedly feel like if my name's Depraved Slasher, I should look at least...
Right. That also started because of the horror channel.
A little crazy. True. A little crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's got their issues.
Yeah.
But, and again, being able to relate to Binx's verse, being able to relate so much to both of them in different ways.
Yeah.
But Bingx, which we've talked about in other Mass songs before too, like, you know, dealing with depression and not wanting to burden others with your problems, so you usually keep it to yourself and try and find ways to make you happier, even if it doesn't necessarily work.
Right. Right.
Some people turn to substances. Some of us turn to video games.
Ways to take you out of, like, it's a,
right.
You know, I'm a reader. That's one of my escapisms, is to get lost in fantasy worlds too. So
these are two of the 5 creatures. Her being a human creature, this one being a kitty creature. There's 2 mini-me creatures upstairs.
Yeah. And another...
and another creature running around here somewhere.
Right.
Also help make me happier.
Right.
So
it does help. It does
even
help.
if she's starting to fall out of my lap, this is going to hurt so bad.
Anyway, we love you guys.
We do.
This was fantastic, and
this is actually one of my favorite songs.
It's
in terms of do not get me wrong. Do not get me wrong, Mass. As much as you hate it, Fallen Angel
right.
is probably still my overall actual favorite song. Just in terms of the representation of battling with your inner demons.
Right.
Is so on point there.
I liked Mass and Bingx's last song.
Mass and Bingx's last song is definitely up there, probably in the top 3 or 4.
Devil Inside. And now I definitely respect the vulnerability that it took to create this as well, in terms of the music video and everything, because you know those comments weren't fake,
right,
or anything. So yeah, that's insane.
Absolutely love it, man. So with that being said, we love you guys. If you guys liked the video, smash the like button. If you didn't, don't. We don't care. We just hope we made your day a little bit better. Squish your head. Squish your head. We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Maybe. Where's my mouse?
Maybe we'll just stay with you forever.
And
and
forever.
ever. And ever.